Fishing the Wild West TV with Wes David is brought to you by Tracker Boats, fish the finest. Adventure Destinations. Book your trip of a lifetime with Adventure Destinations and Thompson's Resort, along with Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's. Your adventure starts here.
Fishing the Wild West. We're fishing here in the fall of the year, targeting structure, key structure, and almost that spot within the spot. And it reminds me a lot of what we were doing this spring when we were fishing Darren Bohannes, the Humminbird rep, in some extremely rough conditions, trying to stay focused and on structure for walleye in some pretty unforgiving conditions. Watch this week as we target and educate on the Humminbird and the importance of your electronics so you can set the hook in the worst conditions possible or in the best conditions. 15.8 feet of water. We picked up our first one. So we're on Lake of the Prairies. We just got here, arrived early. We stayed at the Canelta Hotel in Moosomin yesterday, last night. Arrived here, there was a tournament going on over the weekend, so we didn't want to be in their way. So there's been a lot of fish caught, and we're only about a kilometer and a half from the boat launch. Bottom bouncing, PK lures, just searching, looking for fish. And we picked up our first one. Right, there's a flat here. We came off a point, and I was actually, if we didn't catch one here, we're gonna use the big motor, go up to the next point. But this fella picked her up. Nice walleye, great walleye to start with. Lake of the Prairies is known for an incredible walleye and northern pike fishery here. We're on the Manitoba side. The lake stretches into Saskatchewan. So both licenses work here. We're on the Manitoba side, staying at Killam Resort, and literally that's right over there, and we just got on the water. We just picked up another one a little bit deeper, 22 feet of water. Really slow, and that one didn't even mark on the fish finder. So they're holding tight to the bottom. Out here a little deeper. Seen the flash of him. And he's in the net. This situated. We're now moving into the wind, climbing a hill. Deeper water is actually just, I was just moving out. It's a nice walleye. I was just moving off this point. Lake of the Prairies here so far has been proven that walleye are where they're supposed to be. Every walleye we picked up, except for one, has been off points on the structure, the saddles coming on or off the points or structure, but it all associated with points. One thing I've noticed is all our bites are coming when we're climbing a hill. So that's one thing you don't really realize when you're bottom bouncing. Sometimes your bites will come when you're going down the hill. Sometimes they'll come when you're going up the hill, across it, whatever the case may be. But when you're getting bites, take note of your depth, your speed, and if you were climbing the hill or going down the hill. 9 feet of water. Now we're finding them. We found them as shallow. Well, this one, 9. Found them in 21 feet. The magic number seems to be 13, 14, but they are definitely scattered. This is a reservoir system. Had a lot of cold front come through, still here. And there was a tournament on the weekend, so there's a lot of pressured fish. But Lake of the Prairies is an incredible fishery, and you're gonna pick them up. You're gonna land them. Smaller guy, that's all right. Like I said, we're staying at Killam Resort, and we're gonna have a couple of these for supper. One thing about this tractor, it has big live wells, obviously aeration, one in the back, one in the front. We're allowed 4 walleye here, 45 centimeters or less. Anything over 45 centimeters got to be released, so perfect eating size.
This segment is brought to you by Big Sky Flies and Jigs, tackle you can trust, and Power Pole, total boat control. Closed captioning is brought to you by Millennium Marine, unmatched comfort, time-tested durability.
This one's another depth again, 17 feet. They're everywhere. Again, you come to a new lake. This is my first time on Lake of the Prairies. Bottom bouncing and slowly bottom bouncing is my go-to for finding fish. Once I find them, then you can gear up on them and set up on them and either jig, maybe run some cranks, cast some cranks, whatever the case may be. But you gotta find them first. And what we've been noticing, if the Humminbird shows them to us, we catch them. So this is I'm gonna just double check. Pops right out, just to see if he's under. Might be borderline, because I am looking forward to a feed of walleye. He's under, he's 43. So he's gonna go in the live well. And that's one of the things when you come on trips like this, a lot of people, you know, walleye is my favorite freshwater fish to keep. So when you're on a lake or reservoir water body where you can't keep a limit of fish, I believe it's good to do so. The regulations say you can, so I do, and I love a good feed of walleye at the end of the day. So what I'm using here, I got a 1 ounce bottom bouncer. I got it on my Streamside Predator Classic, medium action, 7 foot, 20-pound Sunline braid on it. And then I've got it to the PK lures. I got it tangled in my seats. Got it to a PK lure or PK bottom bouncing blade. A little smiley face. Just a very, very simple setup. One thing with these, any bottom bouncer, your blades, we're here in the spring of the year and you get that slime, that green algae or slime on the bottom. Make sure you clean your bait off every time you bring it up, or bring it up and check it every now and then, because if it gets tangled in there, your blade doesn't spin, it's on your bait, whether it be a soft plastic, leech minnow, whatever it is. Fish are meat eaters. They don't want to see that green slime on there or any weeds or any debris of any kind. So make sure it's clean. The PK will do what it's supposed to do, but it's got to be clean and maintained. I didn't even, it's so subtle, this bite. I didn't even realize I had one on. I just felt the weight of the fish. He's right here. They've all been pretty much the same size. They're all good fish. And you know, I want to catch the biggest ones too. I want to show you the biggest ones. But the reality is, they can't all be big. Fishing's fishing, and we're having a lot of fun here catching them. And I think this is another one for a limit of our supper fish. Get out the Big Sky bump board. Yeah, he's 41 centimeters. So that's perfect. I've never been so excited to catch 40 centimeter fish in my life. We're kind of, if you ever fished Lake of the Prairies before, we're in the river channel now. Come in here to get out of the wind a little bit, and keep fishing. Pretty much the same size. They school up a lot of times the same size, which is fine. We'll get him back in the water. Hopefully we've found a school of them. We'll just stay right on them. Keep catching them.
Wild Cookhouse is brought to you by High Mountain Seasonings. Wrangle up big Western flavor with High Mountain Seasonings.
So today we're fishing Lake of the Prairies with Kurt. We caught some keepers. We're staying at Kilman Resort, at the cabins here at Kilman Resort. Got the fish on now. We're gonna have some wild game. We got some deer coming, some moose sausages, and that's the thing, when you're staying with your friends or you come and make a trip of this, a fishing trip, take care of yourself, eat like a king, bring that game that you may have hunted from the fall or last spring, whatever it may be. Add some High Mountain seasoning and enjoy your meals as you should enjoy your trip.
This segment has been brought to you by Hooked Magazine, hooked on fishing in the great outdoors, and Lynn Thompson Lures, made in Canada for over 95 years. This segment is brought to you by Streamside Rods and Reels, we keep you fishing, and PK Lures, set the hook on more fish with PK Lures.
Fish.
On already?
Not a big one.
Not?
No, might be able to flip her. There's where he's supposed to be. That's a walleye. It's not a bad one.
You need a net?
I might need the net for that.
I wasn't even
You know, hey, I'm sorry about that. Just. There you go. That's a nice one.
I'm gonna keep fishing.
Beauty.
I was getting blown around. So we got Darren behind us on the boat with us. We're gonna be talking a lot of Humminbird today. And he's the Canadian rep for Humminbird. We're gonna be talking about the mapping system and pinpoint targeting walleye.
Nice one. We'll get this
Beauty.
guy back. Yeah. That was fun. Basically just casting, you see the waves are going, casting, let it fall, and having a bit of that bottom contact. They just thunk.
Just swimming it.
Just swimming it, yep. Casting it right there, let it fall, and just slow rolling it back.
Took me 3 tries, but I got him, Darren.
Attaboy.
Just gonna come down here a little bit. A little safer.
Nice.
So Darren just moved us up to another point and just pinpocket, or oh, there we go.
That's a nice one. Good job.
Pinpointing these walleye. It's kind of, Darren, like what the bass anglers do. They target fishing kind of thing.
Yeah, we're just looking for obvious stuff that we can see on the map. The wind's blowing into it, underwater point, pull up to it, start pitching, and there they are.
And they are. We move up, he's got to see either points, off the edges of points, and every time we see fish, we usually catch fish, and we're watching them on the Humminbird.
Yeah, one of the great things with the Lake Master VX mapping is the detail. There's no guesswork. You can pull up to a spot, you can see it right there on the map, hit the depth that you want to hit, and you're good to go. Just target it and you're on fish.
And clean, crisp, like it's
it's
like
amazing
reading
detail.
a normal map. Having Siri with you. You got another one?
Yeah,
Should I go for a double header?
Well, try it. Yeah, just pitch in. I actually cast it pretty tight to shore. I don't know what's going on here if he's got a mouthful of weeds, but
Target fish and walleye.
feels like he's got a bit of weight. Oh, it's not a bad one. Not a bad one.
Hang on.
There we go. There we go. Nice.
Another gooder.
Barbless jig just pops right out. Nice fish.
Beauty.
Yeah, nice colors on it too.
We'll move up to our, you release him, we'll move up to our next spot.
For sure.
Target fish and walleye.
Beauty. I like that. Oh
We
yeah.
come back for it.
I think so. It feels good too, actually.
I'll help you because I'm just vertical jigging here.
Feels like he's got a bit of weight. I don't know what happened there. Oh yeah, he's not bad. There we go. Oh, here, yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Boy, oh boy. They're here.
I just missed one here.
They're here. Check that out. A little bit of slow roll and a swim bait.
Hooks.
Yeah. Beauty fish too. Right where they should be.
And so we were just off camera, we were just looking at the hummingbirds and marking fish. Darren made one cast, missed it, another, and kept retrieving. Bang.
There we go.
Picked it up just about 10 feet out from the boat.
There you go.
Beauty.
Crisper.
It's windy up here. So all we're doing is slow rolling, a big sky jig, snake eye jig, soft plastics from Liquid Mayhem, the thumper tail. And I'll get these small ones out of your way. You catch a big one.
I'll work on it. I'll try.
Fishing the Wild West TV will be right back. This segment is brought to you by Inception Outdoors, Chubb's Lures, Vanguard Tackle, Original Bad River Tackle Company, and Humminbird. Simply, clearly, better.
And then we're sitting in 15 and a half feet, and they're picking it up anywhere between the boat and the shoreline.
A day like today with the wind blowing into the shore, you actually can't cast too shallow. Like a lot of times they can be stacked right up in there. So best thing to do is work in and then just drag it out, see where they are.
Yeah.
It's a nice thing about this type of presentation is you can cover a little bit of ground and see where they're hanging out.
We're gonna go through in detail here shortly, a couple more fish. We're gonna tuck into somewhere quiet, and Darren's gonna take us through the Humminbird and the mapping system in detail to what we're doing to target these walleye. So that's right after I just released that one. So they're stacking up in here or working their way down these points, feeding.
Yeah, I tossed it right into shore, right into where the waves are breaking, and they seem to be hanging in there. Not a giant, but a fish nonetheless. Nice one.
Oh, he's really nice.
Yeah, kind of about the typical size we've been getting too. Just really nice fish.
So Lake of the Prairies is known for some big walleye,
Yeah,
8, 9, 10 pounders.
There's giants in here too, for sure.
We're here, I think it's first week of May or June, and crazy cold front conditions, as you can tell. And they just had a tournament here
This is a good
over
size
the
too.
weekend. So these are some pressured fish. Just when I reached for the net, I had a bite. Thanks, Darren.
No worries. Anytime. I got your back.
This Gear Talk is brought to you by Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's. Your adventure starts here.
We're fishing some really rough, windy conditions here, and with all the detail, the coloring, the contour lines, all the detailing, we focused on high percentage spots, just targeted walleye, caught our 2 or 3, moved on to the next spot, moved on to the next spot. So by using this set up your way, you're eliminating wasting any time in unproductive spots on the water.
Absolutely. And that really just gets into customizing the map how you want it to be. Again, your contour intervals, your views, your overlays. That doesn't even talk about a lot of the other Lake Master features like your water level offset, your shallow water highlight, your depth highlight. And today, for instance, what we were doing is we were using the wind. A lot of times where the wind is blowing on a particular shoreline, you want to use that as a reference. And it just so happened that one of the locations that you can see, again, there's no guesswork. A lot of times when you're fishing a particular spot, especially if you don't have any map, you're going to be dropping a bunch of waypoints, right? The top of the shelf, the edge, the break line, the drop off. I don't have to do any of that because I can literally just look on the map. You can see where we were catching fish today it's very obvious. You have this point that sticks out here. It's close to deep water. You can pitch on them, you can bounce, you can crank, whatever you want to do to find those fish and target them, but it's right there in front of you.
I was just thinking about going vertical right below us. Hummingbird's marking all kinds of fish right below us, but I guess there's a couple out here as well. As you can see, we're still fighting some wind.
That's a nice one. Good for you. Good job.
All right.
Beauty.
Lake of the Prairies pulled some dandies. Oh, he's biting my net. Big sky jig, pinched barb, some liquid mayhem, soft plastics, Great Lake of the Prairies walleye. Perfect. We're going to a couple more casts out for some more. Then I think we're maybe going to hook up with PK lures, do some bottom bouncing on the other side. I hope today's episode of Fishing Wild West TV helps simplify utilizing your Humminbird electronics as you're catching walleye. Structure, movement, temperature, mapping, it's all key to set the hook on one more walleye. That's this week's episode of Fishing the Wild West TV. If you like what you've seen, follow us on social media or through the pages of Hook Magazine. Oh boy, there's fish right under us.
There you go. That's a nice looking fish.
That is. That's a healthy fishery.
It is a healthy fish.
All age group.
We're gonna let him go and get bigger.